Hello, welcome back. I'm in the middle of the medium puzzles, where things are not always completely trivial, and there's some room for creative solutions, and that's most of the fun of the game. Laser target. Shoot the sensor at the bottom of the right with the laser. This sensor. Okay. So this is my goal. Laser has to make it there. So first of all, I clearly need a mirror here, because that is not going to hit it otherwise. Somewhere around there is probably fine. Okay, so bowling balls have to get out of the way. Blow up both of those. That's basically what I'm trying to do. Okay, so clearly you're asking me to put that there. That's fine. So you'll roll, activate, hit that. Candle will light. I need to make sure the candle doesn't get hung up on the flashlight. Candle will light that, which I think a simple thing to do is going to be something like this. Alright, sounds good. So lit candle just steps on that on its own, so that's unnecessary. I don't need to connect those things. What I need is... What is this object? Is this a solar panel? This did not show up in the tutorial. Okay, right, so without any explanation, lava lamp, light source, tie a rope to the chain, give it a tug. Use a lava lamp to power a solar panel. Okay. So any old light source carries solar energy, apparently. So the candle can do that on its own. The balloon should turn on the lava lamp to power the solar panel. I don't know how close that needs to be. Okay, that worked. Yeah, that would have confused me a lot if I didn't have a dim memory of how those worked. Breakfast buffet. Make coffee and toast. Okay. So, what you're saying is turn this on and activate that. Okay. So, something needs to pull that. Gonna be one of these, apparently. Probably attached to... Okay, so this is a nice place for a mouse cage. Looks like this will make coffee. Okay. Now, tennis ball just needs to make it all the way in here. I have one anti-gravity pad. It clearly wants me to put it in a place like this. Somewhere like that. Now, okay. Here's what I'm thinking. I think that needs to provide its own motion using this thing. I'll give it a little bit of time. Just extend this a little bit, maybe to there. Let's see how that works. Why would I want a magnifying glass? What could I possibly do with that? Some of the tools that are given here are just a bit random. Okay, so it missed the thing. If I put that over there a little bit, maybe it'll hit it. And probably get stuck there, because like that's not a wide enough gap for the ball to get through now. But maybe? Okay, that looks like it'll work. So you put the thing down and turn it on. Good. Okay, so a toaster needs to have force applied to its lever and also be plugged into an active outlet. Got it. Okay. Pipe mixer. Turn on the electric mixer. I think I remember this puzzle being a little bit of a thing. If it's the one I'm thinking of. This was... I seem to remember this one requiring some fairly extensive effort. So, turn on the mixer. So you need a light source. I guess it's going to be this. Presumably this will work. Light source and a magnifying glass. Yes. Presumably a light source will activate that. So this needs to be lit here somehow. I mean, that's affected by gravity, right? Yeah, of course it is. I need to pull this, light the lamp. Can a blimp have a rope tied to it? No. And it needs to get there to activate that. That sounds complicated, so if I... Okay, reset. How do I even begin to approach this? Okay, so clearly you want me to do something with pipes. Do these things intercollide? Well, that collides with that, of course. Yes, it does collide with the mixer. Okay. What are you asking me to do? Because, like, to get this here after it's been there with only those tools sounds awfully demanding. Okay, so clearly one thing that it wants is for the pinball to come in here and pull that down. I think that is the implication. So let's start with this. Now, how do I get you over there? Could I, like, bump it with a blimp and then use a pipe to do this? Okay, kinda. Not good enough. Wow, this one's involved. Alright, fine, I'll use one of these just to be sure. So anti-gravity, oh wait a second, I see. An anti-gravity, whoa. An anti-gravity, hey. This thing, if down here, could make you probably do that. And maybe even this would be unnecessary. Yeah, I could do without this. Okay, cool. That lit that. Big deal. What are you supposed to sit on? This? And then what? I'm going to be very curious to see the official solution to this, because I'm not understanding what it's asking me to do at all. I mean, okay, that's a start. Wait a minute. A blimp. A flaming blimp could perhaps, maybe, could trigger a solar panel. Because while it's flaming, maybe it's a light source. That would make sense, kinda. In a this game kind of way. Hey, that totally worked. Was that how I was supposed to do that? That was kind of crazy. Whoops. Oh, it's supposed to light the lamp and keep it continuously on. Got it. Okay. No wonder I had trouble with this when I was younger. Because that is super crazy. Alright, great. That was neat. Break the fish tank. Pinball rolls here, baseball rolls there. You can tell I'm not a sportsman. Okay, so looks like you want one of these, because that fits there very neatly. So that'll bounce that where? Over there, quite neatly. Okay, you could definitely do this. Now, will that do me any good? Well, if I aimed it properly, maybe. So that blasts that up there, which isn't quite enough to make it. I could give it some assistance here, and maybe just do something like that. And if I really wanted to, I could probably use one of these. Okay, that's likely to work. Why do you give me a jack-in-the-box? I can't even use that. There's no rotational energy anywhere in this puzzle. Okay, so that needs to be there. Then that'll work. And an outlet for powering nothing, because there's nothing that can take electrical power here. So just a bunch of extra junk here for no reason. Okay. Bomb baffle. Set off both bombs. Blimp flies, bumps pinball. Pinball rolls to there. Paint cans drip, nothing happens. So these two are in perfect balance. Something needs to upset their balance one way or another. If I pop a blimp, does that do anything? Okay, it does. So it does not set it alight, of course, but it does deflate it. Alright, so it sounds like you want one of these here. That would do something at least. Anything useful? Well, couldn't I just, like, Stick that there. Attach that to this. And then... what? Then what? Well, let's see if that works for this one. At least it does. And very nearly for that one. You know, I could probably just, like, put a little obstacle there and call it good. Okay, good enough. Show me another way. Other way is a little more elaborate. So anti-gravity to get that there and bump that up. Interesting. Okay. That makes sense. Put the bowling ball into the cage. So I have to go through trapdoors. I believe a bowling ball is heavy enough for that. If a pinball is, surely a bowling ball is. Alright. So this looks like a mouse cage spot to me. So let's put one there. Okay. Mouse can do all sorts of wonderful things, probably. I think I'm gonna need one of these here, and one of something like this here. Perhaps this would do the job too. Let's actually try that one. So this needs to... I need some gears. Or not. So, okay, if you're a mouse... yeah, this'll work. Okay. So mouse rotates this. This pulls that. And then that rotates the conveyor belt. Okay, let's try. How long does a mouse go after long enough? Okay. This looks promising, maybe, except it keeps hitting the ground. Kind of at the mercy of the physics there, but that did seem to... well, it's getting there. I could have put that springboard a little higher up, maybe? That probably would have been better. Let's see if this eventually makes it. Or, like, gets stuck here or something. It looks like the trapdoor is actually pushing it back this way to the left. Weird. Alright, that's not gonna make it. Let's put this a little higher. Or maybe lower. Let's try lower. Lower doesn't make any sense. I wanted it at whatever level... see if it's above floor level. Well, I mean, maybe this could just, like, roll up onto it. The problem is it's contacting the floor here and losing all of its bounce, so if it hit the springboard instead... yes, I think that did the job. It sure did. Cool. Okay. Mel in a muddle. Get Mel home in one piece. So he runs. He can't push a pinball because it's as big as him. He's a tiny little guy. Alright, so if things were to blow up... then... here, Mr. Schlemming, show me what happens if you blow stuff up. Does it destroy these bricks? Well, you need to actually, you know, do a thing. Here, how about that? Well, that's not useful. Okay, so I'm having trouble getting the pull from that where it needs to go. This might pull a little bit. Will it be enough? Yes, okay, so that does blow that up. Okay, so I just have to do that again somehow. So... there isn't a pulley in a place where I can use the other side of that. So it seems like what you actually want is for him to fall on this thing. He'll fall there, that'll kick that over that way, and then he'll just be sitting here running back and forth. That's fine. Alright, pinball goes up here and detonates that, and I don't have to worry about it, so then Mel can take care of... well, can he? Maybe he can take care of this one. Something like that. Let's try it. Okay, got that one. Got the other one. He did take an explosion, but he's okay with that. Okay, so there were elements I really did not need there. A more elaborate solution is similar. Oh, really? This? Okay, that is excessively elaborate, but I'll remember that for later. That's silly. Okay, get Mel home. So it's all about escorting this guy to his house. So things need to blow up, clearly. Because there's no getting him... I'm going to try something silly. So if he were to step on this, and then I would blow up hay. I would blow up... Come on, just place... If I would blow this up... I'm wondering if I could just let him walk down here and then turn around and fall in there. You know what? That might totally work. Okay, so he needs an obstacle. I don't think those blow up. I'll just use a flashlight as a wall here. Back in the territory of unconventional solutions, which is fine. Now, my next problem is the bowling ball here. Unless he's strong enough to just push it out of the way. There is also a hole there, so I could put the explosive slightly higher to avoid that, maybe. Does the rest of this work? Mostly. Alright, how's this look? So that does give him a path to walk. He cannot push a bowling ball. Okay. So, could he step on another one of these at some point? Maybe... Okay, so how about... What's supposed to contact this? Is Mel supposed to hit that? Like, if I were to do this... Yeah, what it's actually asking me to do is something more like... Whoops. Okay, fine. Let's do a slightly more conventional solution here. Because I don't see a way to get this bowling ball out of the way with the way I was doing that. So flashlight goes away, I get my wall back. I think I want to use it here to do that. Yeah, this will be pretty reasonable. Okay. This is probably what I'm actually supposed to do. I wish I could have gotten that ball out of the way, because I liked the direction that was going. Because, like, why else would they make this out of wood, other than giving me an alternate way to do what I was doing there? So he's going to bump into this. That'll go there, and open the trapdoor for him, then he turns around and ends up in his house. I hope. Or maybe on the... Okay, good. So side of the trapdoor is solid, even when it's open. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Okay, illuminate the lab. Turn on the lava lamp on top of Mel's underwater laboratory. Why does he have one of those? Alright, pinball falls, nothing else happens. Pull this. Is the goal. You're anchored in place. That's kind of weird. So, anti-gravity would put you presumably in that bucket. That bucket would go up. This one would eventually go down and contact this. For another anti-gravity. So you'd go there, and then... That doesn't make much sense, does it? Does it? Oh, there's a thing there. Got it. Alright, that looks about right. Yep, that seems to be it. Simple enough. Make the balloon fly off the top of the screen. This balloon, I presume. Alright, so explosives. Looks like this is made for dynamite, that's made for nitroglycerin, this is made for TNT. Now, I still need to light the thing, but if I were to just do that, those all blow up. Bowling ball can't go anywhere because it's way too big. What? Are you... asking me to... what? I mean, this has to go off the top of the screen. It's like it wants to light itself, which is unnecessary. Huh. So, to avoid all of that, I could probably just, like, do this. Well, not exactly that. If there's enough room there, that could probably make it out of there. Alright, so that lets me use explosives for other stuff like this. Of course then, okay, you can't blow up an incline, only the walls. Got it. Why are these two things anchored together? How is that supposed to work? How do you light? With this, of course. Oh, I see. That's how. Okay, of course. That makes sense. Somehow I was seeing this as the only source of ignition. So it's like, this thing needs to move already to light that, and then get up here to light itself somehow, which didn't make any sense. Okay, that's fine. So, I did like what happened with this stuff. That blew up, it moved the bowling ball, but the bowling ball can't get down here, so what do you want... Could this perhaps just, like, slide gently into the flinted steel? Or does it blow up as soon as it hits an incline? It does, even with a tiny little bit of force. But I mean, that can just sit on the ground. So what if the baseball were to contact the flint from over there? It's a little hard to do. Or maybe if you could get all the way over... Let's see. Here's a silly way to do this. I think if I can just bounce this with that explosion... I'm gonna have a bowling ball problem. Because it'll be in the way of the baseball getting where it needs to go. Also, that's too far over and doesn't blow this up. Okay, so that's another problem. Well, okay. So this can be the last one. Bowling ball doesn't need to blow up yet. Let's try... some of this. I'm not sure what to do about that yet. Okay, so this is a start. That'll at least light the balloon, which blows that up. Perhaps... well, I can't just sit that there. Could I do something real silly like... put this on top of, I don't know, a mirror? But a mirror acts as an incline. Basically what I want is for this not to blow up yet. Because I want the baseball to be able to roll across here. Well, is that necessary? What if that weren't there? If it's not there, the baseball doesn't make it. I could use the mirror as a ramp, I think. Because, like, that works, doesn't it? Ramp that in there. Then I have a free incline I could use. Kinda. That's not very good. That is... okay, mirror makes a rather poor ramp. Maybe not. Alright, this is getting awkward. Can I blow up both of those with this? Yes, I can. Then how do I get the baseball to its destination? Well, certainly not like that. Nothing like that. However, you know, if this blew up just a little more... maybe it could fit through... okay, okay. I found an unconventional solution. Except that needs... oh, that's the bowling ball's purpose. Got it. Okay. This is a lot more complicated than previous puzzles. And I would very much like to see alternate ways to do it. So baseball would go all the way down there, bounce over the gap. How does this blow up? I guess the dynamite's close enough? No, the bowling ball does it. Huh. Okay, well that's not so different from what I did. Gravity cavity. Put the soccer ball into the caution box at the 1 ball. So anti-gravity all the way through here. That wants to act on that, even though that's not affected by gravity. Not in that axis, at least. Okay, so here's a lava lamp that might be close enough to that solar panel to turn it on. Okay. Let's find that out first. Somehow I put that in between anti-gravity pads. Okay, so they do not cover that entire area. Alright, so that's... Wait, what? Why? Why was that on for just a moment, but then not? That's super weird. Lava lamp is brighter for just a moment. It's like when the chain is down, its effective area is larger. That's super weird. What a bizarre mechanic. Okay. I have no reason to think a lava lamp would light a blimp, and it doesn't. A candle could probably... But how would I light a candle? Okay, well anyway, whole point is to put this in here. Feels like it wants me to use one of these, and one of these plugged in there to do this. I mean, maybe that's enough? If I reposition slightly? That's a start. Yeah, that's actually all I need. Okay. How strange. Okay, so basically the same, just with an extra candle that... Whoa. Whoa. So instead of taking advantage of the very brief activation for the lava lamp, you have an anti-gravity candle going up and down and eventually getting lit. Okay, so lava lamp as light source can activate magnifying glass, I just learned. Wow, that was complicated. Way more so than what I did. Mel's in trouble. Help him get to his house. Whoa, he is in trouble. So explosives for that. Okay, so couldn't I protect him just by doing something simple like this? Yes, but then buckets are in the way. Okay, well I can certainly anchor them. Yes, anchor that to that. Alright, so that gets him out of his immediate crisis. This pushes him over weirdly. He'll happily just run up this, I'm sure. And might even make it all the way there. However, I need that up there in order to catch him. Okay, so that's going to be necessary for this. So he needs to cross that gap in another way. How about with a springboard? That sound good? It seems to almost... Whoa! Do that again! This bucket makes it all the way over and just pushes him through the ground into his house. Okay, so you did not use... Oh, it instead used the floor to bridge that gap. Got it. Didn't use springboard. Largely the same. Ouch. Okay. Largely the same. I liked mine better. Stop the invasion. Alright, I think this will be the last puzzle of the day. Blow up all of the blimps. That's a new object. What are you? Toy phaser. Shoots pulses of energy. Huh. Okay. Really now? So you're asking me to connect that to something, like a balloon. And then you're telling me... Wow. Okay, blow up all the blimps. feels like that's set up to shoot this one with that, just like that. Oh, right, and they chain react. That's fun. Oh, cool. Okay, could that bump into its own... It could bump into its own thing, although... Kinda. That didn't work quite the way I wanted it to. There we go. And then... Maybe this will be lit by one of the falling blimps? It sure was, except it didn't blow up. Why didn't that blow up? There we go. That time it did. Weird. I'm gonna do one more. Alright, so another escort this guy home puzzle. He runs, okay. Got a lot of pieces here. Mouse, you need to be out of the way. That's one way to do that, I guess. He can walk on the mouse. How's this sound? Mouse equals ramp. Well, that didn't quite work as intended. So if the cat's a little faster... Whoa! Cat eats mouse. Okay, so this is a silly way to do this. Could I make it work? No. I'm trying to make the mouse sit here and be a ramp. But he just doesn't want to. Okay. There's another mouse. Well, you can be a ramp. Or I could... Okay, sure. So you're going to be a ramp. Does a mouse eating a cheese have the same sort of hitbox as... Okay, so that's just solid then. So, I mean, I was able to scare the mouse away like this, and that kind of worked. Mouse is not a good enough ramp. Even if I adjust it a little bit? Even if I adjust it a little bit. Okay, fine. Fine. So I have to blow something up. It looks like this is the suggested position to do that. Would this work at all? There's still that mouse in the way. Cat took care of that, but this doesn't work. Okay. Well, this is awkward. Getting him to navigate this seems to be the hardest... Well, pretty much the entire problem, I guess. So... Could I can't use one of those. How... If I can't use those tools... Could you walk across cheese? Mouse gets eaten, Mel gets stuck. Can't walk across cheese. Unless, like, you could cross that gap? This is... I'm not understanding how this is actually supposed to be done, but that seemed to work. What was I supposed to do there? There's a castle back there. So, what? Teach me something. So this does want you to use the mouse as a ramp. It works better if it's... What? Really? That's the official solution? Almost exactly what I did, just with... I don't know if I like that, because, like... Mel and the mouse colliding there was awfully awkward. Okay, I'll accept your solution, I guess. Alright, cool. So that was most of the medium puzzles. There's just a few more left to go. 5 more. Okay, cool. 5 more medium puzzles, and then... Let's see, how does this work, actually? So those are medium, hard, and really hard. Okay, cool. Alright, I'll see you next time for the last few of these, and then the hard puzzles.